on. Okay, what is the meaning of W bar 15? Okay, so what is the meaning? So can someone tell me? So W bar 15 is the moment you see a bar, you know that even you can read from the question is the mean. You see I tell you, you come in late for class. When I in my what to teach, you all come in one by one like that, it disturb my thought. Then all the best to you. Okay, so they will ask you to explain the meaning of W bar 15. Okay, W bar 15 is the mean weight of a group of, or you can say a sample of 15 people. So depend on the scenario. If the scenario talk about people, then you say people, okay? Then after that, the question will ask you, find the mean of the sample mean. So you have to write that this is equal to the population mean, which is equal to 60 kg. You write like that. Then the standard deviation of the population sample mean is equal to standard deviation of the population divided by the sample size. So here you will take 8 divided by square root of 15. Then you put an approximate value, round it up to 3 significant figures. That is 2.07 kg. Okay? Okay. Then the question will give you things like that. They'll give you 2 histograms or 2 normal distribution. This is normal distribution A, another normal distribution B. So they ask you, which is the distribution of this? So what is your answer? And they will ask you why. So you say B, because B is normally distributed. So this is not important in this case. But the important part is B is normally distributed with smaller spread. So the important part is not this one. I will not give mark for this case because both are normal. So I will give mark on this. Okay? Hello? Can or not?
Miss, do we need to mention that W is normally distributed, so therefore B will be normally distributed with smaller spread?
No need. That one, no need. In this case, if I give you a graph, you don't have to say that. The keyword is smaller spread because both are normally distributed when I ask you to choose. But when you write your portfolio, then you have to mention. So it's very different. You write report and you answer to the question, there is a slight difference. Okay? Can or not? Okay. Then the question may ask you, okay. They say, find the probability that the total weight of 15 people is more than more than okay 980 kg. So in this case, since we are talking about the mean, so we will count the mean weight first. So we want to know W bar 15 first for this case. So I take 980 divided by 15. So what is the mean weight? 980. If you don't want to write down, you can also afterward key into the calculator like that. Okay, so I will write down like that. So I'm talking about probability that their mean weight is greater than 980 divided by 15. So I will use normal CDF. So I key into my calculator, 980 over 15, 10 to the power 99. I use this mean and use this standard deviation. Then I get the answer. Yep. So that is how you get. Hello? Are you okay? So then the question, it is our question is, they can also ask you to find the confidence interval. They can ask you to find the confidence interval. So when you talk about confidence interval for true population mean, in this case is the mean weight. So you have to remember in your notes, you better write down this formula. Okay. Okay, this formula may be used. Okay, then you have to, what you need to do is, when talk about in your notes for the confidence level, you also must write down the confidence level and the corresponding Z alpha over 2. Like for example, 90, what is the Z alpha over 2? If you need to use it straight away, you can use it. So you better get prepared. Yeah, you know how to get the answer correct, 90? 90, is it 1.64? Can someone verify with me, for me? Is it 1.64? Oi.
Yes, it's
Okay. 95? 1.96. Okay. 99. These are the few common ones. What is 99? 2.58.
Yeah,
So
2.58.
if I want 92, do you know how to get the answer?
Yes.
Write down one example. You use inverse norm. Okay, inverse norm. So depend on your calculator. I can't tell you, correct? So if I can do it 1 minus 0.8 divided by 2. 0.08 divided by 2, comma 0, comma 1. Or you depend on your calculator, inverse norm. Okay, 0.92, comma 0, comma 1, then center. Then the number will come out, correct? So you better know how to get also, okay? So this is the formula, how to get the Z alpha over 2. Then, can I move on to the next page? Actually, I'm telling you, whatever I say today, I really want everyone to pass, okay? I practically give you everything. Okay, then continue with part E. If I give you one of the sample mean, okay, for example, I get is 58.5 kg. So if you want to predict the true mean weight of the people, okay, so what you do, you use Z interval. Do you know how to use Z interval? Okay, Z interval. So you go to stack, then you select test, then you select Z test, Z interval. Okay, then after that, there are a few things to key in. Still remember what are the things to key in? Okay, so do I need to repeat? I think I don't have to repeat that. Okay, never mind, repeat. Instead, if someone wants input, you select stack. Okay, then standard deviation. In this case, you put in 8. Okay, sample mean, you put in 58.5. Okay, and you put in 15. Confidence level depend on what the question say. If the question didn't say, you take 95%, 0.95. Okay, then you get the answer. Okay, then you get the confidence interval. Okay, everyone, you can try now. 8,
Lower one 54.5.
54.5. Highest,
Upper 62.5.
62.5. So you have to interpret. You don't have to write all this. You just write this. Then you must say, we are 95% confident that the true mean weight of people in this population or whatsoever, I don't know, go as low as 54.5 kg. Please, unit must write down. And as high as, if you want to say in between, I also would not deduct your mark. Okay. So if you know how to do all this from here, okay, you minimum can get 8 marks already. So how to justify a claim? That one, I cannot give you the example. You have to know how to justify the claim. If you don't know how to justify the claim, then you are not fit to get the A. So today I'm explaining to you so that you can get at least pass your paper. Okay? Can I not? Okay, So question two, I will talk about the sum. Okay, sum of, okay. So if X is the population, with mean of, okay, maybe I give you 5 and standard deviation of 0.8. Okay, that's all I give you. So first part, I will ask you, what do you mean by S8? Sum of the samples of size what? 8. Right? So that is how you explain. So depend on the context, you go according to the context. Okay, then part B. Okay, after I give you, then I will ask you, okay, what is the mean of S8? So you have to remember the formula, right? So you put 8 times 5, that's 40. Then what is the standard deviation of S8? Square root of n standard deviation of the population. So 8 square root 10 times 0.8. So you get the answer. So you get 3 marks already. Okay, so then the third one, I may ask you to find the probability. Probability that S8 is greater than 35, less than 42. So you know, as long as the sample size is large enough, or the NP or whatsoever, this is normally distributed. So you use normal CDF. So when come to find probability, all here are using normal CDF. So you just key in accordingly. Everyone should know how to use normal CDF very fluently, correct? Square root of 8 times 0.8. Okay, then you get the answer. So just doing like that, you get 4 marks, 5 marks. Hello? Yeah. So the other part, we will talk about proportion. So when you talk about proportion, then you have to know that for proportion, correct? Okay. So if when I talk about proportion, so proportion, you talk about how to put it. Okay, you hold on. So proportion, sample proportion, distribution, correct? What is the criteria that the sample proportion will be normally distributed? Sample proportion distribution will be normally distributed if, yeah, n greater than 30 or NP, okay. So for sample proportion, so when we want to predict population proportion, okay, so what do we do? What formula is that? So this is a formula. Right? So remember this formula. Write down this formula in your notes. Right? So P hat, how do you get P hat? So every time when you want to talk about P hat here, so first of all, you must have the N, that is the sample size. How big the sample is. Yeah, sample size. Then you must have the X. What is X? Number of number in the sample. Okay, I should say number in the sample agree with the claim. All right? So what claim is that? I don't know. So you have to read the question carefully by yourself. Yeah. Okay. So now, if I give you a scenario, so in the question, you have to read what is N, what is X. So if I give you a scenario, okay, for example, I say the sample size is 20 and the number agree with the claim can be anything. You read the question is equal to 18. Okay, so you want to find, you use 1 prop Z interval. Then you can get the proportion, all right? So you can put in the bracket if you want. Okay, everyone go to 1 prop Z interval. Same go to test. Go to test. One prop Z interval is A. X is 18. P is confidence level, just put it as 95. But in the exam, when you read the question, you better read carefully. So you got 0.78768, and here is, how come got 1? 1 point something, is it possible?
No.
No.
Maximum
Cannot
is,
be. So that
maximum
means
is like 1.
my this one is something not right. So this is a, so if you get like that in your writing a report, correct, and you get your proportion more than 1, correct, so you can do something to it. You say maybe this sample is a bias sample. Are you clear? So we try to make something that is possible. So in your writing a report, you can say maybe there's something wrong with this sample. Yeah. So you put 17 and see. Does it go more than 1? Also got more than 1. Okay. I don't know why what happened. Okay. So then I put 16 there. Okay. So you when you write your report, you can say so. Remember, proportion can never be more than 1. Okay. So I get here 0. Sorry, I change. 0.6247, and here is 0.975. So you say, then you write, we are 95% confident that . Okay, remember percentage. Whoever didn't write in percentage, I will not give you the mark. Okay, so then you use this confidence interval, you justify the claim accordingly. Okay, now. Okay, I also can ask, what is the highest value of X? X, I'm referring to this one, so that the maximum value of predicted proportion is 0.8. Okay, when I give you this, that means when you get to the formula, you will look at this part of the formula. Okay, you look at that part of the formula, then you write down your P hat plus, okay, 95% your Z alpha over 2 will be 0.96 square root of P hat 1 minus P hat over 20. The answer is equal to 0.8. Are you clear? So then you use your solver. To solve. You don't have to tell me you use your solver to solve this. So you key into your solver like that. Remember, this x and this x is a different story. You can guess, no problem. I don't care. As long as you can get the answer. So I'm just telling you, you can use, yeah, you can do by try and error also can. Okay, so what you can do, you use solver. So solver will give you the value of x. So I purposely write in red because I don't want you to confuse with this x. Solver will give you the value of x in a point form. Okay, so then you say, then after that you write down your working, your x over 20 is equal to whatever value here. Then you get your x, then you get the answer. Okay, anyone who want to use try and error also can. What you do is you use x. 16 definitely cannot. So you x equal to 15. So you get the confidence interval. Okay, you can try now. You go to test. You can do by testing, no problem. One prop, Z interval. Okay, you can try 15. Then you go 95. Then you jot down. So the highest is 0.939. Okay, so I go down to, maybe I go down to 12 straight away. Then you can get the answer as well. But you must record down your answer lah. Okay, are you okay? So how about 12? Anyone try already? 12 is 0.814. So it's not, still not. So you go to 11. Then you see. Then after that, you make a conclusion. So whoever want to do try and error, go ahead. No problem with me. So you learn that we can do things by try and error. Yeah, 11. Is it 11? Yeah, 11. 11, I got 0.768. So conclusion, x equal to 11. Okay, can or not? So I also will give you full mark, but you have to record down your try and error. You have to know whether to look at the upper or the lower, depend on the situation. I don't know. You have to check it out. Okay? Can or not? Okay, then question 3 and question 4 all are about mean. So same thing, you have to use, then you have to explain and so on and so forth. And for question 3, there is one part that I have explained to you all. For class 1 yesterday lesson, I said you use the mean from both ends of the confidence interval and find the probability and justify the claim. Okay? That part everyone know, Okay. And for question 4, there is one part that you need to find the suitable sample size. So please write this down into your notes. Depend on the confidence level that I'm talking about. times by the width square. This is for mean. If for proportion, the formula will be am I doing the right thing? Is my first formula correct? Hello? Wrong, correct? There's a standard deviation square. Ha ha ha. Mr. used the wrong formula for my formula. Very good. Okay. Then this one is P1 minus P, correct? Okay, and you have to know that width is 2 times the margin of error. All right? Okay, so this will be your whole paper. If you know how to use your calculator to find the confidence interval, okay, there are a few confidence interval that you need to find. Okay, anyone got anything to ask? Huh?
Nope.
I will see my answer. You see, teacher also can make mistake. Okay, that's why it's important to write down the formula. Okay, what is my standard deviation? I can even tell you that I asked about this, not this. Okay. Okay, anything that you like to ask? So please go through your textbook. There's a few questions that I get it from the textbook. A few part, not a few questions, a few part. A few part, I took it from the textbook. Okay. Hello? Anything? Yeah?
Ma'am,
Yes?
I didn't get to go through my idea for the follow yesterday. Can I run it through you now?
Who is that?
Amali.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you can run it through with me now. Yeah.
So basically my idea is that currently NASA has a surveillance system for near-Earth objects such as asteroids. So I want to find the proportion of asteroids which are potentially hazardous to human civilization.
Oh, okay. How are you going to find the proportion?
I have a sample of about 1,234 near-Earth objects. I mean, I have a recorded data set. So I'm going to take a sample from there and then find the
Okay,
proportion.
okay. Then that is okay. So that is only proportion. Do you have the weight of the asteroid?
I have the density, but I don't have the weight. The weight is a bit difficult to estimate the weight, but they can estimate density by the chemical composition of the asteroid.
Okay, then you can get the mean density.
Yes, mean density.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So you are doing both.
Yes,
Are
can.
you? So is there anyone make any claim about when you say hazardous? Hazardous, what does that mean? Is it the density is higher than certain value?
Hazardous means the diameter is more than 30 meters.
Okay, so instead of that means instead of talking about density, then you should talk about the mean diameter.
Okay, can.
Yeah, because that is how you judge hazardous.
Can.
So you have to put it in such a way. Yeah.
Can.
Okay.
Right.
Then there is a two claim. Then what is the purpose of knowing whether it's hazardous or not?
The purpose is whether NASA or any government agency such as the EU Astronomical Agency should invest more money into our surveillance system, as well as techniques for dislodging asteroids from our orbit.
Oh, okay. So they want to make a decision whether they should invest on that or not lah.
Yes.
Okay, that is interesting. Waiting to read your report.
Okay, can.
Can, no problem. But you are talking about sampling, how you get the sampling from the 1,000 there, how you select the sampling,
Yes, I suppose I'll have to use the
computer. Yeah,
yes,
you use
random
a
number
program.
generator.
You use a program in a computer. Then you select. You ask them randomly select. There's such a program that can do that. Even I think Excel also can do that.
Okay.
Plus, if you have a lot of things, correct? You want to take sampling from that, correct? You can ask the computer to do sampling for you. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, the rest of you, anything else?
Ms. Do,
Yes.
just now for the question 2 about the p hat and then the value of x. So if the question asks for highest value of x, we round down the value, right?
Yeah. You round down. Yeah.
And if the question was lowest, so we round up.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anything else, everyone? So as long as you know how to use Z interval, how to use one prop Z interval, and how to count the mean, how to count the standard deviation, as what I mentioned today, you should be able to pass your test easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Total mark is 45 marks. I may extend the time a little bit because the paper is, I cannot cut short the question because it doesn't test you much. So there's some reading to take place. So I may give you extra 10 or 15 minutes. Because a lot of writing. You have to write the claim, why you justify the claim, why you have sufficient evidence. So a lot of writing. So I will give you a bit more time. Okay, maybe I will run the test as 1 hour and 15 minutes. Anyone have tried the partial paper? Practice paper? Do you find that you take almost more than an hour to do? The one I'm for sure. Every year also I extend the test a little bit. I understand. Okay. So when you do the test, you don't rush. Because the moment you rush, you miss out a lot of important information. Yeah. Okay, anything else you like to ask? About your folio, about your test.
Miss, are you going to give out more sample papers?
No. You don't need more sample paper. If you know what am I talking about and you know all the question in the textbook, you should be able to do it. These are for this SAT, correct? It's more on, do you know how to do the inferential part? Every question will be different. I can ask different things. I can ask totally different things. But The main thing is that find the confidence interval, find the mean, find the standard deviation. You want to have more questions, correct? Can you please go to times? I have separately put a few separate questions, the long question in the times. One talk about the body temperature. One talk about, I can't remember it. You can go and have a look. There are a lot of questions there, other than the practice test. Why you have finished the whole thing already? Huh? The person who asked me more practice tests, have you finished all the questions in the textbook? Have you finished the 3 practice tests I give you? Have you finished all the possible questions that I upload in times?
No, not yet. Just curious.
So you see, you can't even finish all that. What for I upload so many? And I know you don't have the time to do that. You have to prepare your portfolio some more. I tell you, if you prepare your folio, correct, this SAT6 will be quite easy because you know all the things already. So however I twist the question, you still can answer because you understand the concept very well. Okay, 5 more minutes. Any question? Hello? Not for now. So when? Okay. Okay. If not, I'm not going to hold you. Anything, please text me. Can I not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So enjoy your learning. Please learn. Yeah. And please make sure you pass your test, okay? Thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss Do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, someone got a question. Okay, Shani, what is your question?
Can you go back to the previous slide?
Which one?
Yeah, this one. For the solver one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's okay. Shani, if you find that solver is something that is very difficult for you, then use try and error.
I actually prefer solver, but like I just don't know. Cause like my calculator, right, is like the one. Remember the one I told you is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you do is you just key in like that. Can I do? You
Yeah,
get me?
I key in like that and then
Okay, so the x value that you put in, remember this is proportion, correct? So the number that you put in shouldn't be more than 1.
oh, okay.
So that is your issue, I think.
Yeah. I think that's my issue. Okay.
Because it's proportion. Okay? So are you okay?
Yeah, I think I got it already.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Miss, for the
Yes.
if for the trial and error, where do I sub the x into?
No. You put into your, depend on you are using one prop z interval or one prop z interval lah.
Oh, okay.
You put in one prop z interval, isn't it? There is two part for you to fill in. One is the x, the other one is the n. So you just keep changing the x lah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Miss, for my folio, right? My
Yeah.
is what's the midwest of the honeydew size and fix the confidence interval, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.